Hey guys, what's going on? And yeah, another update to what I'm doing lately on my arcade machine, and it's to do with all these vertical games. Now, I've put a lot of these vertical games on my arcade machine because I find that they do run pretty well, and I'm not really too bothered about the orientation and the fact that you don't get full screen tape mode. I'm sitting close enough to the machine that I'm happy with the screen orientation and the screen size, so it really doesn't matter about the fact that it's slightly smaller. I mean, if I had a monitor that big, it would still be the full size anyway. But one thing I did want that was kind of something that was on my mind was obviously with the vertical games, you're going to have these two black borders down the side. Now it's a 4:3 monitor, so the orientation obviously doesn't fit the screen. So I'm kind of wondering, I wanted to maybe, do something with these black borders, maybe fill them in. So I've decided to try out using overlays or bezels essentially. So I've gone and kind of created some bezels for some of the vertical games, and I think I'm going to probably do them from all of them if I can. Over time, because there's quite a few of them on here now. So I've done one for Raiden and a couple of and a couple of other games, and I just wanted to show you what I've done basically. So yeah, it's just basically to fill in these two black borders down each side. I don't know if it's probably good or bad. I still have the option to turn them on or turn them off if they do get annoying, but I do find the screen is a little bit empty and kind of wasted space here, so I would like to fill it up. And traditionally the proper arcade cabinets would have a proper bezel for the game around it, with artwork and stuff, so I wanted to kind of incorporate that into it. So what I've done is I've gone online and looked at some examples. I found a website that's got some great high resolution, original style custom bezels for all these arcade games. And I found one for Raiden, for example, and I think I've kind of edited it to make it fit my screen, because obviously I'm not, my picture monitor reaches the top and the bottom of the screen, so I can't have anything above and below it. And you can see this one's kind of gone around it, so if I was to do that, it would make the picture a little bit smaller. So I've kind of edited it to make it suit my monitor, and I'll show you what I've done. I've gone into Paint Shop Pro, and I've taken the image and cropped all the different kind of parts of the image. So I've kind of got the plane and the writing and these other planes here. So I can kind of move them around to different places where I want them. So I've kind of put them in places just like that kind of thing, and then cut out the middle section there for where obviously the game screen is going to be. So I've saved that as a PNG image file, and I've put it into my Retropie, and I'll tell you the folder that I'll put it in a minute. I just want to show you. I'm going to turn it on here, and you can kind of see it in action. So in Retropie, it runs RetroArch, and you can turn on and off background overlays. If you go into the settings menu, and then you go to the on-screen display folder, and then on-screen overlay, and I'm just going to turn it on, and that's what it looks like. So let me just go back to the game. And there it is. So that loads up now every time I play Raiden, essentially. And yeah, you can see basically what I've done is just make it, because I don't really have much room to do anything else. I just wanted to fill up those black portions of the screen, essentially. So I think it looks pretty good. I do like the overlap here. I might maybe move that plane back a bit, because it might get annoying in a bit future, but it's kind of cool to have a little bit of an overlap there. I don't mind that so much, but I think it looks much better. It gets rid of the black borders essentially on the screen. So I think that's really cool, and I might do that with a lot more of the vertical games that I've got. I'll show you some more examples. I've done some with other games, like I've got one for Donkey Kong. Let me show you the Donkey Kong one. The Donkey Kong one's interesting because originally Donkey Kong bezel is kind of angled, and I had to kind of reorientate it to fit the lines of my screen. So you can see it there, just to fill up the black portions. I think it looks pretty good. So that's what I've done with that. I'll show you what the original, if you have a look over here actually, the original Donkey Kong overlay kind of like it goes at an angle, you can see. So what I've done is I've cut out the top and the bottom there, and these I've kind of turned so these lines are straight, because you can see they're a bit of an angle, and if I was to have it on there it wouldn't quite fit on my screen, so I kind of turned them vertical a little bit and got rid of the top and the bottom section, so it fits in quite nicely. So again, yes, the idea is just to get rid of the black borders, just to make the screen a little bit more interesting, basically. And I've done one for Miss Pac-Man. Let's look at the Miss Pac-Man one here. I've done a few others, but I'll just show you a couple at the moment. It's still kind of like a work in progress, I guess, but something for me to while away the hours, I suppose. I'm not entirely happy with this one. I want to edit it a little bit more, but that's the Miss Pac-Man one at the moment. So yeah, overlays and borders in RetroArch is quite an interesting thing I've just essentially discovered and thought I'd try out, just to make the vertical games a little bit more visually appealing. I think it brings a lot to the whole kind of feel of playing the arcade game, and I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a few more. So if you want any tips on how to do them, don't hesitate to ask. I'll just quickly show you where they're located on the actual Retropie if you want to put them in. So if you go into your Raspberry Pi, it's in this folder here. So Retropie configs or RetroArch overlay, and in the borders folder. So when you put the image file in there, there's also another configuration file you have to put in, and it just had. I'll just show you the settings. You can put the same settings for each one, but you just basically have to change the name of the file on each one to the name of the. It has to match the name of the image file, but all these other like settings, these 3 lines can stay the same essentially. So that's pretty much it. That's it. That's all I really wanted to say. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, thanks for watching. Any questions, pop them in the comments, and I'll if you're doing something similar, I can maybe give you some tips on how to do it. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.